Wednesday, week 13, number 1. Look, those pile of books is sliding off the table onto the floor. First thing is they're showing some emotion right there, so we're going to go ahead and put an exclamation mark at the end. And so then we have, look, we probably want to put a comma. Look, comma, that pile of books, not those pile of books, because it's only one pile. See the word pile right here? Just because it's of books doesn't make it plural. It's just a pile, so it's just one. So we say that pile of books is sliding, would still be correct, off the table onto the floor. And then floor has an A in there instead of an O, and so F-L-O-O-R. Now you might be wondering if you put quotation marks around that because it's kind of like, you know, making a quote there. But since we don't have a she said or or someone yelled, then you don't need quotation marks because you don't have a speaker tag. Number 2, Joe didn't feel no good after 4th period, so I brought her to the nurse's office. All right, so to Joe. Joe didn't feel. Now, instead of saying no good, how about Joe didn't feel well? Joe didn't feel well after 4th period. Notice how 4th needs a U in there, F-O-U-R-T-H, after 4th period. Joe didn't feel well after 4th period. Comma, because if you look, we have 2 independent clauses. Joe didn't feel well after 4th period. I brought her to the nurse's office. So, comma, so I brought her to the nurse's office. Then, of course, nurse's office would have an apostrophe in between nurse and the S. Correlative conjunctions for number 3. He said he'd either drive or take the train to the meeting. I went ahead and put those in red already. Either or. Remember your correlative conjunctions. I always say correlative, but it's correlative conjunctions. It's always 2. Not only, but also, both and, either or, neither nor, all of those good things. Number 4, predicate adjectives. Then you're to, I believe, underline the predicate adjectives. The soft snow looked fluffy and cold. And so what you do is you find your subject, snow. What it do? It looked. It's telling how it looked, so that makes it a linking verb, which means we can have a predicate adjective. The snow isn't looking anywhere, it's how it looked. So, fluffy is how the snow looked, and cold is how the snow looked. And so, fluffy and cold. Finally, number 5, our town's newspaper is simple and traditional. Subject is newspaper, linking verb is. What is the newspaper? It is simple, and that describes the newspaper. And it is traditional. That also describes the newspaper. So those are our predicate adjectives for number 5. And that is all for Wednesday, week 13.